So you like the picture Kyle has there? Take a look at the picture posted and take a look at his current picture. Like, Kyle, dude, let go, man. Like, let it go, dude. You're aging, okay? Use the current picture. I mean, seriously, Kyle, that's a ridiculous haircut that you have there. Dude, just shave it all off, really. I mean, look at that. Has anybody seen a more ridiculous display of hair than that? I mean, honestly, Kyle, it looks silly, man. Either get a wig, hair transplant, or just shave it off. I mean, I'm just trying to help you, man. It really does look weird. You see what I'm like? It's like the back of his head only. And it's like, I think it's just the back of his head, and he's letting it grow long in the back so that it kind of looks like it extends further up on his head. That's really bizarre. You know, he wants to make sure, you know, he makes sure this is where I want you to interview me. Wow, looks cool. You got the alcohol and what a fucking clown. So I've talked about Kyle in the past. So Kyle's one of the guys who shorted subprimes, and I know Kyle. I worked with Kyle in Bear Stearns, and you know, Kyle was a great salesman. He executed a lot of orders, did a lot of transactions, and I'm not going to get into other things because I don't know for sure, but basically, Kyle started his firm after things didn't work out. He left for Legg Mason, and things didn't work out there. He started his firm in 2005, back when I was kind of working through writing my book, doing all the stuff for that. And so anyway, so I mentioned Kyle because, of course, you know, Kyle was promoted in the media for a while, kind of like Michael Burry. Maybe not to this extent. But Kyle, he had a lot of bombs, a lot of failures, you see. So Michael Burry probably sees that and is a little more careful. So Kyle, for those of you, and you know, this is just off my memory. If I prepared, I could give you a rundown, or not even prepared, just kind of reviewed. I haven't even thought about this. But so Kyle, basically, after the financial crisis, he has not done well. For about 8 years after, he averaged less than 2% annual returns. Since that time, another, say, 8 years, I can't imagine he's done so well. His assets under management have collapsed, and he has about $65 million under management in terms of what's in the market. Now, I don't know how much he's managing totally, but I can't imagine it's more than $200 million, or not much more anyway. Okay, that would assume he has a lot of cash. And remember, these are guys that made 200% in their great trade, right? So after this, of course, he got media attention, and he came out. His big thing was he went short Japan, short the yen, short Japan, thinking that just because Japan had a demographic problem, they were going to collapse. What he was too naive to realize is that everybody knew about the demographic problem. It didn't work out. Then he became a patent troll. Another naive, very naive of Kyle, thinking that he's going to come in and make money off of patent challenges off big pharma. Like, yeah, no one can do it but Kyle, right? And that was a fail, a big fail. And then he had his Hong Kong short. That was a big fail. I talked about that in the webinar. That's more recent, where he teamed up with that one Chinese guy, and that was a big fail. I think the fund that was dedicated to shorting the Hong Kong dollar, and of course this was during the Hong Kong riot. Any trade is going to be crowded, okay, even if it works out, and it didn't work out. I think that fund that was dedicated to the Hong Kong depeg, Hong Kong dollar depeg, which is what they were betting on, lost 98%. So Kyle And, Kyle has been desperate. Kyle even teamed up with Financial Sense, Jim Poplova, who is a big fucking scumbag. And you can take a look at Poplova. Every single person on there, they've got the right name. I was discriminated from Poplova. And the ones that don't have the right name, well, those are the ones that changed their name. FYI. It's a big cabal. And Poplova, I don't know how they haven't gotten sued. This is a guy who is pumping Peter Schiff and hyperinflation. And you got to understand, they run a brokerage firm as well. They were pumping the Peter Schiff hyperinflation dog shit for many years. So Kyle Bass got in bed with them. He wanted the promo. You can tell, let's say, folks, you can tell when business is doing bad. These guys, they're out there, they're flapping their jaws in the media, they're on Twitter, they're teaming up with fucking clowns. And of course, Bass was his real vision, this Raoul Paul fucking lying scumbag loser as well. So Bass hasn't been doing well. He is being sued by a company for manipulating the stock. That's the allegation as well. I don't know how that's gone. He also screwed up a few years ago with the GM play. Betting on GM, and then they had the recall. Complete failure. Bass hasn't done well. So I say scraping the bottom of the barrel. Why? Well, because he's teamed up with the guy here, and the guy's name is Adam Taggart. Some of you may be aware of Adam Taggart. I know a lot. I'll probably do some in the future. Adam Taggart has a history with Chris Martenson. Chris Martenson is a complete fraud. He's a scam artist fraud, and he knows that I think that way. I exposed Chris Martenson many years ago. He's lied. He's claimed he predicted the financial crisis. Chris Martenson's teamed up with Robert Kiyosaki. He's a complete con man, broken clock, gold pumping idiot who tells you buy gold, doom is this and that, so forth. He kept people out of the stock market for years and years and years. So what Chris Martenson does, Adam Taggart was his partner. Adam Taggart went on his own. He's got this wealthy on scam. And what they do is they interview broken clocks, doomsday guys that want to fearmonger. Okay? And then what Adam does, he's taken the Series 65. It allows him to make a referral fee, 1% referral fee off the assets. He'll say, well, oh yes, everything's bad. We work with certain financial firms that are going to protect you. That's the pitch. So he scares people, and then he collects money off referral fees when he shuttles them to firms after he scared them. And the problem is those firms are going to underperform. And what Adam Taggart doesn't realize, he can be sued. If you got a referral through this New Harbor, I think it's New Harbor, and you underperformed, you can sue both of these motherfuckers. Adam Taggart is on the hook. You see? So this is what the scamming he's doing. I'll cover these guys in the future, but it's the typical, you can look it into yourself. I'll show you here. So just take a look, and this is where it helps knowing this whole the whole army of scam artists. If you don't have a history, you're not going to know. Some of these guys I don't know, they're newer. Some of these guys have been around a long time, they're obvious. Folks, I can tell you right now, I don't even know who most of these people are by looking so far. I'm sure as I go down, I'll recognize more of them. Mike Pinto, there you go. Rick Rule. But I can tell you, I will guarantee you, almost all these guys are con artists. Because why? Folks, they all hang together. I'm telling you. This is a doomsday broken clock channel. Who do you think they're going to interview? They're going to interview the same knuckleheads who promote the narrative that they're preaching. You understand what I'm saying? This is YouTube. It's fake news, a term that I created more than 10 years ago. I coined that term. It's fake media. You're not getting real news. You're not getting differing viewpoints. You're getting the same narrative, the same guys saying the same shit. Fiat currency, they're printing itself into inflation, the fiats are going to fail. Okay, you understand. Uranium. People pushing uranium are all fucking con artists, man. it's the same guys on this channel. I can already tell you. It's the Rick Rules out there, the Eric Sprots, the same. I've covered that shit on my site for years. All the scams. Here you go. You got the, whatever, this Lynn Alden, I already did her, or him, or whatever it is, I don't know. Mike Pinto, I exposed this fucking clown many years ago. I mean, it's the same shit, the same garbage. Okay? Rick Rule, there you go. And then you see even here, I'll show you here. Look, the whole business model, they're going to have a conference. And take a look at the conference. You know it's going to be con artists, I can tell you right now. Broken clock con artists. I don't know who it is. I'm just telling you. I already know the deal. It's predictable if you understand. Let's take a look who it is. Okay. There we go. So what they'll do is they'll get some, oh, he used to work for the Fed. They pay the guy. He's just going to come there, nothing. Lynn Alden. I already exposed this fucking fraud. This guy, clown. There's all kinds of little spin-offs of the same fucking bullshit. George Gammon, Economic Ninja, all these fucking clowns. I mean, I know that, like, I exposed all this shit a decade ago. That's why when I see, it's like you'll see new faces. It's the same shit. The same crap. Matt Taibbi, he's a fraud. Matt Taibbi's a fraud. You all know this, right? Matt Taibbi is a fraud and a gatekeeper, by the way. Matt Taibbi is the guy who not only he knew about me, he didn't cover me, he didn't want to reach out to me a long time ago. Why? Because Matt Taibbi's a gatekeeper, folks. He pretends like he's the hero, but he's actually a gatekeeper, and he works with the tribe. But people think, no, he exposes the bankers. No, he doesn't. He's a fucking gatekeeper and a fraud. Let me refresh your memory, by the way. And for some of you, never heard this. Matt Taibbi's the guy, the fraud, and I exposed this on my website a long time ago. Matt Taibbi, the reporter from the Rolling Stone, I guess he lost his job or something. Matt Taibbi just comes out like all these frauds, pretend like they're on the side of Main Street because they release books. Just like Nomi Prince, same fucking con. They want to sell books. They're frauds. They're gatekeepers. You know what a gatekeeper is? Look it up. So what Matt Taibbi did is he came out after the financial crisis with conspiracy nonsense. And he basically claimed that the financial crisis was caused by naked short selling. Anybody ever hear that stupid theory? Matt Taibbi, and he teamed up with Patrick Barnes, the former CEO of Overstock. Matt Taibbi created a fake, this is why I say he's a fraud. He created a fake video trying to prove to people how the financial crisis, and I've got the video, by the way, it's on my website, how the financial crisis was created by naked short selling. And I when I saw the video, I was laughing my ass off because it was obviously a fucking scam. It's like he was showing a display, and I'm thinking, like, is this like real? I mean, this is not even legitimate. It was a joke. And basically, he was saying that you can short any stock you want, unlimited. And so according to him, anybody can short anything to zero, including the whole stock market. Okay? Complete fraudster. Complete idiot. Okay? Anyway, that's Matt Taibbi, scam artist, fraudster, piece of garbage. I know this clown, Grant Williams, fucking clown. This little, she's in the tribe. These are all in the tribe. You can guarantee that. She's a fucking clown. Rick Rule. I got a whole fucking thing on Rick Rule. I mean, this guy is a complete fucking, I know, I'm not even going to get into this guy and know so much about him. Mike Maloney, of course. And then you got the guys here, New Harbor Financial. This is the firm, and Jeff Clark. This guy was from, I think, Casey Research, another fucking clown. These guys are, this is a joke. These people are a joke, all of them. And so the New Harbor Financial, these are the guys that Adam gets a referral fee, 1% of the assets, when he shifts people for them to manage their money. And the whole spiel is basically to get scared. Oh, we're going to protect you. We're going to have commodities in your portfolio and cash and gold. And they've been doing this, him and Martinson have been doing this for more than a decade. So this is why I believe this New Harbor, I mean, if people from New Harbor Financial that were shuttled in from Martinson and Taggart, they look at their portfolio, how much and I'm sure they've underperformed greatly, they could actually sue these motherfuckers. This is a fucking scam. This business model is a complete fucking scam. Adam Taggart, you're a fucking scammer, dude. Just stop it, you piece of fucking garbage. Now we get to Kyle Bass. I just wanted to give you guys a little intro. Chris Martinson, same thing. Complete. I got so much on Martinson, it's not even...
in a stagflationary environment for a while. Meaning, real returns will be negative, nominal returns.
Now, remember, folks, if you're going to listen to somebody, you need to spend a lot of time researching their track record. Don't listen to what the media tells you. The media is always going to tell you that they're great. Think about it. You think the media is going to interview some person and say, well, your track record sucks. What do you have to say? The whole idea, there's two objectives of the media. And this is media, by the way. Adam Taggart's going to tell you how great this guy is to get the most views they can because that generates advertisement revenues. And also, they want to make sure and steer you into the gutter. So they interview clowns and broken clocks who they tell you are great. They don't tell you the truth about their track record. Why? Because if you listen to these guys, you're going to blow up, you're going to lose your money, and the advertisement slots are going to be valuable because those people who pay for the ad slots are going to be able to rescue the sheep who listen to the experts. Got it? So investigate Kyle Bass's track record. So if it's Paul's going to say, well, Kyle Bass is short of the subprimes. He's a genius. That's how stupid Paul is. Paul, you're a dummy, man. Go back to real estate. You don't know stocks. Just stop it. Stop it, man. You're conning people. Just stop it. You're swindling people, man. Kyle's going to give you his pitch here. So think about this. This Wealthion, it's a fucking boiler room bullshit scam. And it's a scam because of what they're pulling. And Kyle is so desperate to get some type of money and exposure that he's going on. This is why I've entitled this, Kyle Bass is now scraping the bottom of the barrel. This tells you things just aren't going well for Kyle. Which is, I'm sorry to hear that, but it gets worse. Because Kyle now is pitching a fund. Think about it. Do you understand? You know how stupid, how delusional, how mentally ill the people that watch this channel, Wealthion, how stupid they are? Just read the comments. Spend some time on the channel and you'll see. Kyle is pitching to these idiots. So let's listen to what he has to say here.
Your way through yen depreciation, and that's how it's going to affect the aging population of Japan. So you definitely don't want to be long yen dollar right now.
Okay. All right. So many more questions on that, but like I said, we'll have to save them for next time. Well, you've given us just an awful lot to think about. You've given us an awful lot of your time. Thank you so much, Kyle. For folks that have really enjoyed getting to know you and your positions better through this interview, who would like to, follow you and your work, is there a place they can go?
Sure. Our new private equity firm, where we're focused on defending our own net worth and friends' net worths and families' net worths from inflation, is called Conservation Equity Management. And if you go to that,
I mean, this is shocking to me. Like, he's pitching this to a bunch of broke ass lunatic idiots. So, it's sad. But some people, they have no shame. They have no shame. They worship money. They don't care. Kyle, I don't know. I personally handed him a copy of my book. If Kyle was a little smarter, maybe Kyle would have had the chance to be teaming up with me and get my research. Kyle, you could have been a winner. You could have been winning all these years. Well, Kyle's been on the broken clock bandwagon for quite some time. for several years. Once again, like I said earlier in one of the streams, I said, Kyle Bass was in the media several years ago a lot, and he had so many epic failures that he just doesn't. He still gets media, but not like before. Just investigate what these guys have done, their performance. People don't do that. They don't do it. They go by with the media. If you listen to the media, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. Remember, YouTube is media, and all these fake investment gurus are patched into the media. They don't even realize how fucked up the media is. They're clueless. So, anyway. All right, folks, that's it. That's it for today.